Today's episode of Honda Budget Builders is brought to you by the Telescoping Magnetic Pickup Tool. This tool by far is my favorite. It is the most useful tool I have in my toolbox. Whenever I drop a screw, a bolt, a nut, this tool has saved my ass. When I leave tools under the car and my old ass doesn't feel like bending down, the Telescoping Magnetic Pickup Tool has saved my back many times. You can pick up one of these tools at any hardware store for about $5 to $10. Thanks for watching and enjoy this episode. I'm going to start removing the cams and the rocker arms. I'm going to label all the bolts, that way I don't lose them. And E for exhaust bolts. I'll label these I for intake bolts. I will be replacing the timing belt and the water pump, so I'm going to just go ahead and cut it off, because right now all I'm doing is getting the head off as quick as I can. Tomorrow I'll be leaving to go to Atlanta. Import Alliance is on Saturday and Sunday, so I just want to get this head removed as fast as possible. Put the vice grips on there to knock it loose, and then I can pry it up. But be careful, you do not want to scratch this area. Each one of these has a label on it, so when you reinstall it, you just go by the numbers. The first one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you can see, 6. And it has an E on it for exhaust. Then the other side has an I for intake. It also has an arrow, just put them all in the same direction. The cam has a marking on it too. Focus. Anyway, EX for exhaust. And then the other one has IN for intake. I don't know if you can focus, but there's a little nick there. These cams have a lot of scoring on them. Not sure if I want to replace them or just put them back in. But yeah, there's quite a bit of scoring all over them. That would be signs of it being driven with low oil. You see it has an I6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Intake cam. Alright, so the rocker arms, they don't really have any markings. Some of them have like a 7, some have an 8, some have a 9. But that's it. You want to keep these or put these back where they came from. So I always put them in individual bags and label them, starting from the timing side: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'll do the same thing. I'll label it as E1, E2, E3, E4. Then the exhaust side: I1, I2, I3. And you want to leave the oil on them, don't wipe them off. So I'm going to start removing the cover, exhaust, intake, so I can pull the head. I'm going to go ahead and label the position of all the head bolts. Most cases you should replace the head bolts because they tend to stretch. I'm not doing it. I said, God damn, look at that. So I may have to replace the head bolts. I mean, this thing's bad. It'll probably snap when I tighten it down. I'm thinking if I remove the fuel rail, I'll be able to get to the nuts on the intake manifold. I'm really not a fan of these clips that require you to pull the tab out. You can't even get to this one. So I removed the idle air control valve so I can get to the bolts on the fuel rail, because I need to remove the fuel rail to get to the nuts on the intake manifold. This thing needs to be cleaned out anyway. The same old question that every mechanic has: where's my 10mm socket? I found the extended one, I can't find the short one, so we'll have to make this work. It's not going to work. I'll have to locate my short 10mm socket. So I couldn't find my short 10mm socket. Took a little time, but I got it with this. Now I'm going to remove the fuel rail. Looks like I can get to the bolts now, to the intake manifold. The bottom ones will be a little tricky, but there's plenty of room up underneath. I can reach underneath there. You do not want to lose these things. Finally got the head off. It's got one of those crappy original gaskets. I'm definitely going to replace it with a MLS. And as you can see, the first cylinder was the one that's leaking. All the rest of them are pretty dry. I'm gonna have to do some serious scraping. That shit is nasty. But as you can see, cylinder 1 is pretty clean because it's been full of water. So tomorrow morning, after I drop the kids off at the bus, my wife and I are going to drop the head off at the machine shop, and then we are headed to Atlanta, Import Alliance. I should have some good drone videos, hopefully. I'm not sure if they'll allow me to fly the drone, but I will definitely have some drone footage at the after meet. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, comment, and there will be many more videos to come. Thank you.